So can LiAngelo Ball actually become a real NBA player? Y'all already know the answer. It's a fat no. Rumors have spread of him meeting with the Hornets, and I'm not even gonna entertain those. He hasn't played a real game of ball in 3 years. Let's be real with ourselves. So about a month ago, I made what still is, to this day, my most disliked video ever. In it, I said that I really doubted that LiAngelo Ball's attempted comeback to the NBA would ever amount to anything. But now, here we are. Gelo killed it in the Summer League. He had 16 points in 16 minutes in Game 1 and put up a respectable 10-5 in Game 2. The next 2 games of the season weren't too shabby either. And really, how can I hate on this? I'm not gonna try to force any hate out of my body. He proved me wrong. Gelo doing anything of worth on the basketball court, let alone a 16-point outburst, is more than what I expected him to do, since I didn't even think he would make the freaking Summer League team. But even though I did indeed underestimate LiAngelo Ball, and yes, I have to admit that I was wrong, I'm not completely convinced. I know, get your dislikes out of the way, but I think it's really important to actually sit down and dissect these 4 Summer League games Gelo has played in, and really ask ourselves, is this guy NBA material? So, let's dive into it. My name is KOGOSTOMUS. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's jump straight in. We have to start off talking about this viral 16-point debut. If you look at your screen, you'll see that Ball mainly just sat in the corner and hoisted up threes whenever he could. Now, props to him for making these shots, but there's not a lot of playmaking or anything genuinely impressive going on here. For example, look at a play like this.
Set.
What on God's green earth am I supposed to possibly say about this? What conclusions can I extract out of a player that gets their points in such a lackluster fashion? At the end of the day, although this 16-point game was a very cool story, that performance doesn't really tell us a lot about how he would match up against NBA players. In LiAngelo's second game of the Summer League, he tried to play the same exact way that he did in Game 1. That got everybody so hyped about him, and in this game, he shot 1 of 4 from 3, 25%. In the next 2 games, Ball shot 33% from 3 and put up numbers that were significantly less flashy. As time went on, he did get a little bit more aggressive and comfortable out there, and he did begin to show at least some ability to put the ball on the floor, but not really enough to get me excited about Gelo as a playmaker.
Team kick out to Ball. Misses the 3, but follows up his board to the rack.
So what conclusions can I make out of these first few games? Well, LiAngelo Ball is a trigger-happy catch-and-shoot player with a shit ton of confidence and a very inconsistent jumper that can really kill teams when it gets going, but chances are it probably won't. Shooting aside, Gelo still has a lot of issues with his game. I'm talking about the lateral quickness, the passing, the playmaking, the dribbling, and of course, the defense. It's looking like Gelo is going to be a catch-and-shoot role player. At least that was how he was used by the Hornets in the Summer League. But most catch-and-shoot players are 3-and-D guys like Jay Crowder or Avery Bradley, and when they aren't, they typically are all-time great shooters like Steve Novak or Marco Bellinelli. Those types of shooters can get away with having horrible defense, and even they didn't have that great of careers. With his shooting ability, Gelo can definitely not get away with having pretty pathetic defense. He has to pick a lane, either become an all-time great shooter or learn to shuffle your feet. All I'm saying is don't get too hyped about LiAngelo Ball just yet. If anything, Gelo stumbled into this situation. Ball fans will try to act as if LiAngelo Ball not playing a single game of organized basketball for almost 3 straight years was all part of some grand behind-the-scenes plan, but the truth is, this opportunity has arisen because of his connections to LaMelo, who, as the story goes, invited him out to train with him in Charlotte, which is the whole reason why any of this even happened. At the end of the day though, what really matters is how Ball takes advantage of these opportunities, regardless of how he gets them. And so far, what we've seen out of him hasn't been half bad. Gelo's made some good hustle plays.
Nick Richards trying to go up, but it's LiAngelo Ball for 3. No, Ball gets his own rebound. Back up with it.
He's knocking down his jumpers, at least from time to time, and most importantly, he's proving that he's not a joke. In my first video about him, I could laugh and clown him all day long, but now I have to take him seriously. Massive props to Gelo for being able to flip the script like this in just a month's time. He's no longer the failed brother. That title now belongs to LiDicky Ball. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, and also remember to share this video around with all your friends or anyone you know. Let's spread the word and help others jump on the KOGOSTOMUS bandwagon. I know a lot of people are now having the same kind of takes and analysis on LiAngelo Ball, so hopefully with this video I could provide a little bit of a different perspective that I think a lot of people really need to hear. And with that, as always, stay safe out there.